Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking some trending topics for May 1st, 2025. I just want to get to a few things before I run into my next meeting. So a few things. NBA playoff show. NBA playoffs. LeBron went down last night, y'all. The Lakers lost in terrible fashion. It was so bad that they were just like, with like 30 seconds, they were like, it's over. Like, the game is over. And it really was. I mean, mathematically, they weren't going to come back. But it was just embarrassing because I didn't feel that the Timberwolves even played that good for the Lakers to just like mail it in. And, really only the person who showed up was, who had like a really good game was Rudy Gobert. They had him looking like Anthony Davis last night. Like, I didn't know what was going on, but there were so many memes and jokes because everybody kept saying Lakers in 5, except for they didn't mean Lakers lose in 5. So Anthony Edwards and others were kind of poking fun at that. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, what the future goes. You know, if LeBron's going to give it a couple more years or whatever else, we'll see. But it was ugly to watch all. We still got other first round games, and I believe starting the weekend we get into the second round. But yeah, the Lakers are done, y'all. I don't know. LeBron's stint in Los Angeles, outside of the bubble championship, they only been to the Western Conference Finals, I think, once, and a lot of first round exits. I don't know. That might have to be a separate conversation. Congrats to Tina Knowles, aka Beyonce's mom. So her book Matriarch had made the #1 New York Times bestseller list. I haven't read it yet, or any of you reading it. She had a tour stop in DC, and Michelle Obama was there. They were trying to dance to Boots on the Ground, and Michelle was feeling it, and Tina Knowles, I don't know what was going on there. But then we had the special, y'all, last night of President Trump's 100 days. And Trump is glowing about how Stephen A. would be a great president. Yeah, that's right. The sportscaster Stephen A. Smith from First Take, y'all. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, y'all. And he's just grinning. He loves when these people, and you know what people I'm talking about, he loves when they stroke his ego. But then has the audacity to get on these black podcasts and talk about, the people turned on Shannon Sharpe. No. You turned on Shannon Sharpe first. That was your buddy. And you were like, nope, I got to listen to my man at Disney. He's running things. Sayonara, Shannon. And then after you got dragged, you tried to walk it back and make it seem like you were supportive. No. Don't try to put it on nothing else. Also, for whatever reason, Paul Pierce wants to speak on why there are black athletes getting themselves involved with white women, and I'm here to tell you, I don't care. I don't care. He said that white women are more forgiving and more understanding, and they like to apologize. And the other co-host, who I believe is of mixed race or whatever, I don't know, but wanted to point out that she got hate from black women previously because she was laughing, but wanted to make it a note that Paul Pierce dates black women. No. Here's the thing. I don't care. Here's the thing, Paul Pierce. Let's talk about how you got fired for ESPN because you decided to have a full-on party with the Scrippas. They're trying to go live to you, and you're trying to have your own type of situation that was unprofessional for Disney. You want to talk about that? Let's talk about that. I didn't think so. So nonetheless, I'm trying to think what else is going on. There's really not a lot right now. I'm trying to think what else. Really more fallout from Shannon Sharpe. A lot of his old clips. Oh, there's rumors that he's taking, some time. I don't know what people are talking about because I see him all the time on Nightcap, and he just released a Club Shay Shay interview with Bow Wow. So I don't know what's going on there, but what I do know is the other night, not last night, but the night before, he had a crash out on Club Shay Shay. He had a crash out on Club Shay Shay, and they were talking about how he, where the teams that called him about being drafted or whatever else. And in the middle of it, because it was him, Chad Ochocinco, and ISO Joe from the NBA. And why does Shannon Sharpe look to the side of his screen and say, "Shut the bleep up," and then just turn back around like it was nothing? And ISO Joe's face was looking like let me get away from this fool, like just crashing out live on set. Like, was that Michelle you were telling to shut the bleep up? And then Hollywood is trolling majorly. Hollywood is trolling him so bad, talking about if Hollywood was still there, when he was working with Shannon Sharpe, there wasn't all these problems, there wasn't all these scandals, there wasn't all of this, there wasn't all of that, and da-da-da-da-da. Kamala Harris has come out and said that the reason that Trump has been able to swindle people is because, that they work on dysfunction and chaos and dividing the country. And that she said, now is the time to be united. Now is time to be on the same page. Now is time to be on the one accord. Here's the thing, though. I think at this point, people are just trying to survive this. I think that's where everybody's at right now. Everybody is at, how do I survive these next 3 and some change years? How quickly can we fast forward to the midterms? Like, what can we do? Right? And also as well, there is a Trump interview, y'all, because he was, I think it was 60 Minutes, where they were talking about, how do you feel about some of your supporters, about some of MAGA basically feeling like, they were betrayed, or, they didn't ask for this when they wanted to vote and support in droves for Trump. And this might have been the most honest thing that Trump has said. Trump said, listen, looky here, but I did, but this is what you asked for. I told y'all. And see, that's the thing. People were not paying attention to the debates. People were not paying attention to Project 2025. People were hyped up over whatever foolishness Trump was saying at these rallies. But a lot of the things that he said at these debates and in interviews and everything else, it's going all according to plan. It's going all according to plan. That might have been the most truthful thing that he said, is that they did ask for it. Here's the thing. He knew that a lot of his supporters were not going to read, were not going to follow, his debates. They were not going to follow his policies. They were going to follow the buzzwords that he says at the rallies, the buzzwords that he's going to say, at the RNC and everything else that was going to get everybody riled up in support for him, right? And all they had to do was just say the buzzwords, poke fun at Kamala Harris, do all of that, and the people were going to, go out and vote for him. You just had to put out a little bit of fear-mongering, right? And so if you didn't look at what his actual policies were, if you didn't look at Project 2025, and if you didn't, because I think only one time he denied it wasn't true, but other times he basically said it was true. And, you asked for this. You voted for this, you asked for this, or even if you didn't vote, you still asked for this. So I found that to be interesting, that he at least finally owned up to something, even if it's for all the wrong reasons, and he was still, low-key being a jerk at these interviews, y'all. Also, y'all, Tucker Carlson, he's not happy with Michelle Obama doing podcast interviews, y'all. and basically feels that Michelle Obama hates her husband, hates Barack Obama, y'all. Because Michelle has come out, you know, to explain why she was not at, Jimmy Carter's funeral, why she was not at Trump's inauguration, why she was not at all these things that typically, you know, the former president and first lady will go to. And Michelle basically said, listen, look here, I'm choosing myself. Like I devoted 8 years of this to Obama and everything else. I didn't ask for this life. I'm trying to do my own thing now. I'm trying to do my own thug thizzle. So, I'm working on my third podcast, my third attempt at a podcast. You know, I can lay out some clothes for the funeral, but I really don't feel like going. As long as my husband goes, that's really what matters. But here's the thing, it's cool that Michelle, has this platform to be like, listen, at the end of the day, even though I was the former first lady and everything else, I still have things that are going to be relatable to you, right? However, people are going to nitpick at everything that you say that they feel is disparaging. And by people, I mean everybody that can't stand you. They're going to be picking at everything. And since they don't have a frame of reference, they're going to try to call you another Jada Pinkett Smith. And they're going to try to tear this down and make it seem like, you already know how this is about to go, right? So we'll see whether or not Michelle Obama responds to anything. I personally don't think she needs to, but people are going to look. People are going to look for anything to latch onto to try to say, yep, this is it. Michelle and Barack have problems. Michelle and Barack Obama are getting a divorce. Barack Obama is having an affair with Jennifer Aniston. Like, where did these rumors come from, y'all? All because Michelle did not want to show up to these events anymore. So nonetheless, that's all I have for the trending topics of today. Happy May, you guys. Hope this month is good for all of y'all. And I'm going to get back to it. But let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.